Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Eador Genesis New Horizons modded. In the last episode, we talked to all our neighbors, even the ones we don't get along with very well, to see what they thought about each other, or at least some of each other, and we inquired about the sixth key from Stenria, who wasn't willing to give us any information about it, pretending, I suspect, that she does not know about them. So when we get done with the next shard, we will press her a little bit more, probably before we go and kill an Ashar. In any case, I also asked you guys which shard we should attack, because I had no real preference for them. There's good things and bad things about all of the shards, and so I put up to a vote. And I have tallied up those votes. Today is February 6th, 2022, and Beliar won the most. We have 3 votes for Beliar, 2 votes for Markin, and 1 vote for Verdal. So, let's go ahead and take a look at Beliar again. I forget which one that was. Here we are. An average size Hills shard, 15 Astro Energy. We gained the Crystal of Might, the Tier 3 Plate Maker, and the final of the Tier 2 units we haven't unlocked yet, the Pegasus. We get a Fairy in our garrison, and a Raider's Jacket. So it's been a few days, so I get to look at this again, and the Astro Energy isn't very tempting. The Crystal of Might could be really useful, so I'll be glad to have this. I am a fan of all the Tier 3 shops, so that could be useful. Mithril Cuirass, Mithril Helmet would be good. Armored Bracers and Battle Gloves are nice. Knight's Boots are part of a set. The Pegasi will be a very interesting unit if I do decide to go for it. I tend to go, Horsemen, Monks, and Ballista as my Tier 3 units for my good aligned armies. But Pegasi are, in fact, good aligned, I think, if not Champions of the Light. So they would help the morale of the army out if I do decide to go for them. And they're far easier, I believe, to get than Horsemen are if we don't have access to Iron. I think there are 3 horses? Maybe 2 horses, maybe 1 wood? I can't remember, and I can't look at them from here. It's been a long time since I've unlocked them in any of my campaigns, so I'll be looking forward to getting them. Raider's Jacket, I think, is decent, as is the Fairy. So this is where we're going, everyone. So let me come back now, and I'm going to adjust down the prices of a few of the Astro items that I will want to purchase with me when going to the shard. Because we're probably going to be, or I'm going to be starting with a scout here, because I see hills is the type of terrain. And I think hills benefits commanders and scouts the most. And we've got good scout gear. So give me a few seconds. I'll be right back. Alright guys, adjustment made. Let's go ahead and invade. Or attack the shard. Alright, so I'm planning on a scout start. Hills are very nice things for scouts. They can sit on them, gives them a little more defense, and most importantly, gives them +1 range. So I'm very interested in having a scout start, assuming, of course, that we're starting on hills or they're very close to us. With my luck, there'll be no hills anywhere near us. We'll be surrounded by forests, and this will be a gigantic mistake to start this way. But we're going to go ahead and assume that won't be the case. First, we're going to give ourselves all 3 of that gem income we have unlocked so far. This will go a long way to helping us stabilize our gem income. We're going to give ourselves 40 gold reserve as well. This way we can purchase, I think that's starting leather armor for him when we build the the workshop. We might go for a blacksmith for swordsman instead or in addition to the light infantry, but we'll have to check what we're going for when we arrive on the shard. And we'll bring one of the longbows. I have lowered the cost by 1/3, reducing the price from 100 gold to 65 gold. And there we go. So this is it. We're spending 241 energy. We're making, I think it's 300 something a turn. So we're still earning, well, we're spending more than we're earning now, but I think this will be really helpful for us starting out. And that's it. Let's go ahead and get to the shard. We'll take a look around and see what a mistake it might have been for me to select the start to start the scout, to start, and then I'll have to readjust the item price. So give me a... let's do this. Coming for you, Beliar. Time for us to get a Raider's jacket. It'd be nice to have that because our... Yes! Our starting scouts would be somewhat stronger. Alright, so this is interesting for a start. We are in hills to start. I can count on one hand, I think, the number of times my starting province has been hills. They've always been around me, but I think I've almost always been starting in the plains. So I like that. That will make this a bit easier, depending upon what we're fighting, of course. See, I don't see the shop icon here, so we have no starting shop located here. I see 2 brigands here as well, which could be nice, because I see halflings around us. I see adventurers, brigands, demons. So we have 4 locations we can probably clear in our starting location. What's around us? We have halflings. A free settlement with iron here that has to be unlocked. Another free settlement. More brigands. I think that's a fairy tree, but I can't remember. So there's a potential, maybe there's a fairy we can hire here. We have lizardmen here too. So... Oh, how much money are we getting, by the way? Assuming we conquer or claim within some reasonable amount of time before turn 20 all our tier 1 provinces. So we've got 18, 24, 39, 43, 47. We have enough that we could run a commander second hero if it comes down to it also. There's also 6 gem income here. That makes a wizard tempting. And there's a gem income in several of these 2 easy settlements too. Huh. A wizard could have been a good choice on this shard. It's always unfortunate when you get to a shard and you realize that, oh, we could have run this hero pretty effectively. Of course, our wizard wouldn't have access to these plus 6 gems until we claim these lands. And I have to hope that this is not that difficult to fight. We could also... No. Well, it'll be a while before we can kill slugs. So we probably will... We'll take the quest for the halflings, is what I think we'll do, and see how easy it will be to get them on our side. It's a small shard. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. It's an average shard. And we are in the upper right-hand corner, it looks like. So there'll be someone over here, someone down here. We could possibly wait for an alliance until we see what else is around us. So I think we'll try attacking these 2. We'll get the quest. We'll take these 2 settlements. If we can, maybe we'll try the lizardmen. That will be a tough battle. And this might let me see if there's anyone we want to ally with who's further afield. Okay, so for starting units... Well, the first thing we should do is hire the hero. With the halflings nearby, we have something for him to do first turn. So that will be acceptable. So let's go ahead and by that I mean, I don't like just exploring my first turn without any units in my army, because if we get ambushed, I'm going to have to revert. That's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, because it's just glory, which is points, but I like not having as much glory as I can get at the end of the shard, so I'd rather not revert. And if we can beat that ambush, which we can do, even with a level 0 hero who's got an okay bow and decent units, which is to say more than just what he starts with, I think we can handle it. Alright, so I'm babbling a lot. Let's go ahead and hire our scout. Leith. Hello, Leith. What do you have? Marksmanship. Good. You are a fighter to start. Though I wouldn't have minded you having... Well, actually, no. I do like all the upgrades for the scout. Diplomacy is a bit awkward to start with if you don't think you're going to be using diplomacy right away. In this case, we wouldn't be. Actually, hold on. What did you gain as a non-combat skill? I can't see from the screen. Authority. Okay, so that's the units that have negative morale gain 5 morale, if I recall correctly. We should be able to see that here. Yep. Okay, let's put you here. Let's go ahead and give you a bow. And we shouldn't need this bow. Okay, and he gained, what is it? He gained 2 attack and 1 range, and 1 range, I think, or 2 range. I just threw away the common bow, and I can't remember what it gave us. Let's go ahead also and build the workshop. Because I'm going to want to access the spearman right away. And he'll head here and attempt to get the halflings to join him. Oh, and we should purchase the leather jacket. And more common arrows, which the extra 40 gold we started with helped us acquire. Alright, so now I'm going to quit the game so I can adjust the price of the longbow back. So give me a few seconds. Ha ha ha. The game crashed when I tried recording after I quit and reloaded into the game. So, oh, but I don't have a revert. Okay, thank God I don't have a revert. Okay, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. That was hilarious. I was like, you're kidding me. All I did was quit, restart, and hit record the moment I was on the shard again, and everything broke. Okay, the longbow is back to being 100 gold now. And now that I checked my reversions, and we don't have any, we will keep going. And I've noticed that we have a skilled opponent and a master. So the skilled opponent will be a local lord. The master could be... Who would that be? Master's not lord difficulty. So that's Oinor, Beleth, Vianata. I think are who that could be. So we don't have a powerful opponent stand against us here. That's good. That makes this shard an easy one to try to acquire also. Alright, so I'm recording, right? Yes, I am. Alright, so I think we're done with our first turn. Let's go ahead and get started. The hero Leth has entered the province of Noose Gulch. That's an interesting name for a halfling village. Well-groomed fields and tiny vegetable gardens indicate that halflings live here. Soon a group of militant locals blocks our party's path. 5 enemies. Let's negotiate. The leader of the halfling warriors speaks. Well, well, well. If it ain't an uninvited guest. Do you come for war or peace? For peace. Well, if you come for peace, be off now. We had a little talk with you. I won't invite you for dinner. A beanpole like yourself will scare away the whole village. Good riddance then, my good man. I offer you an alliance. Was such a thing ever heard of before? Them beanpoles offering us an alliance. Looks like you're in big trouble then if you came to us to ask for help. To tell you the truth though, we ain't been living in no clover neither lately. Oh? What happened? These days, thieves are thick on the ground here. They grab all they can lay their hands on, I tell ye. But that's only half the trouble. The worst thing's them brigands setting upon our traders, cutting people up like a piece of cake. If you chill their hot blood down a bit, they'll be form an alliance with ye and have a lavish feast too. Just go through the lands around here to drive them brigands out. As soon as you've killed 12 men, you can come back here. Kill 12 brigands? No problem. I guess it's always 12 brigands. I thought it was like less than that before. Okay, so now we've acquired that quest. Let's go ahead and make another building, and we want the light infantry. A spearman school, sorry. Produces units of the first rank. Allows the recruitment of spearmen. I don't know why I'm reading this out loud to you guys. You guys have seen this by now. Let's go ahead and get it. And then we go ahead and hire some spearmen. I think we'll get rid of this guy. And I'm going to take all spearmen with us. There we go, to start. My thoughts being that with hills, if I can get them positioned on hills, they will have a little more armor. They'll have a little more range as well. And a Dorkable. Oh, by the way, I have totally written down all of the, basically the units for you folks who want to be in the game, as it were. So, a Dorkable doesn't matter. You mentioned that you don't care what you are, just there's nothing that does extra damage to creatures. And so, I don't think a Witcher does extra damage to monsters, but a Witcher would be thematic for you. But it would be some time before we get access to Witchers, if they're even a unit we can hire. I think they might be like a mercenary that can show up, but I don't know if we can unlock them any other way. So, until I see that for sure, we'll make you a light infantryman. But I'm not going to make you one of the starting ones, because they tend to die. If these guys make it to level 3, at that point, I will name one of them. But early on especially, my spearmen tend to drop. Very, very frequently. Froscador, you want to be a swordsman. If we get the metal, the iron here unlocked, we will go ahead and hire you as well, probably, because swordsman will be something that I can build without it being more expensive. Dennis Mayak, you have to be a scholar and a mage, so the first time we get one of them, whichever one we get first, and whichever one gets added to my, or I suppose I should say whichever one gets added to my army first, will be what we make you. And Alexander, you've asked to be a dwarf, preferably one with a long beard, so we will do that as well. Lost Fremen, you've asked to be a unit, but you didn't tell me what unit you wanted to be, so I will make you also like a light infantry or something. I prefer something with blue eyes, but if I can't find someone with glowing blue eyes, I can't think of any off the top of my head, then we'll just make you a light infantry. And I'll do this for every shard going forward as well. So you will appear in all the shards. And in advance, I'm sorry when you die. It's going to happen since most of you are tier 1 units. And I myself will put myself into the game somehow as a tier 1 unit. We'll see what unit I pick for myself. Alright, so with that now said, let's go ahead and begin claiming these lands. And I think we'll start taking out this one. This one first because it's a... Well, actually, maybe it should be this one. This was a plains province, and we're attacking from hills. Remember that the terrain... Or maybe you guys don't know, but when you enter into a battle, the way the terrain is situated is dependent upon the province you're attacking, the province you attacked from. You will be in a... You will have terrain from the province you attacked from on your side, and the enemy will have terrain from the province you're attacking to on their side. So we're on hills here. This is a province plane. So we will have many hills on our side, and the enemy will have none or very few on theirs, for example. So we want to attack from this province into this plains, and preferably into the woods as well. We don't want to attack from the plains into this hill. So I think we will actually start attacking the hills province here first. And we've already built our building, so let's go ahead and end the turn. The hero Lythe has entered the province of Elder Hills. A band of local militia is advancing his direction. Four enemies. This is about as easy as it could get for us. Militiamen, slingers, spearmen. We will absolutely attack them. I think we can do something like this. Let's start. Okay, and their light infantry does not have forced march. So I'm mostly worried about the slinger to start, so we'll severely weaken him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're outside of his range, which is great. If I move you here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can move you there. We'll lose the hills with my light infantry, but we're going to set up ready to hit this guy with 3 light spears and then shoot him. He is by far the most dangerous enemy now that the slinger is weakened. Well, that's not a good idea for you to move down there, sir, because there's nothing you're going to be able to do to us down there. Let's move you up here. Move you here. No range defense, 8 hit points. We do 8 damage. We might kill him. We did not. And now we did. I think he attacks this guy because the slinger can attack that guy. Yep. Okay, well now we just kill their slinger. Move you here. Oh, you have the spear. Okay. That was a misplay then, moving him up there. Actually, we won't even need the spear. We can kill him with just by shooting him. Alright, very easy battle. Good job, me. Give you a hit point. Only one person leveled. And there's a shop here. What is that shop of? A plate armory. Okay. Tempting then to take a warrior second, but not as tempting as if this had been a weapons store. So we will still be leaning at this moment towards a commander second. We have Prince's lands, Lizardman lands, Centaur lands. I mentioned that I wanted centaurs as allies at one point, but we would need a strong army to convince them to give us a quest. And then we have to kill ogres, if I remember correctly, to complete that quest. That's doable. Tough, but doable. It is an option for us if we can't find the brigands I'm looking for. And we don't have the brigands here. Okay. The next thing in my domain I'm interested in making is the crystal, because if we can get a quest to kill brigands from the crystal, and we have the quest to kill brigands for the halflings, that would be really nice. So we need a tavern and an altar for that. So let's start with the tavern. For a little more income. And Lythe, you are absolutely fine, and your army is generally fine, so we can try another battle. Normally with my scouts, I do a battle, head back, repair, swap out units. Do a battle, head back, repair, swap out units. But we're strong enough we can do at least this fight. The hero Lythe has entered the province of Carlmean's grounds. A band of local militias advancing his direction. 5 enemies this time. Militiamen, slinger, and spearmen. I think there's probably 2 slingers this time. Let's attack. We have the hills, which means they won't have... And, well, no, they'll have hills too. They'll probably start a slinger here and a slinger there. If that would be the case... You have a range of 7! Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... We can start you there, then, without any trouble, so we can give most of these units hills, too. Three militia. Okay. He's here with a 5 range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't reach me. Spearman does not have forced march. One, 2 for him. 1, 2. They still can't engage my spearman in melee except for this guy. We'll weaken him. Okay. You have the spear. We could keep him here for +1 more defense, or I can move him. Well, no, I'm not going to move him. I think we have to kill this guy next. I'm going to move this guy down here. He'll be heavily attacked, but this guy's already wounded. And so I don't want both of these guys and the slinger to attack him. He'll live, but he'll take a lot of damage. Good job, sir. Ooh, +1 command. And since we have this longbow, I'm going to grab pathfinding and try to get that up to Hill's knowledge +1. Hit point for you. Hit point for you. Horses and more halflings. Look at all the halflings. Okay. We want halflings as allies, everyone. We really do. There's just too many halfling villages all over the place. We could have all of them join us if we are able to complete that quest. I did see diplomacy. We could have gone for that and tried for the diplomacy route again to get them to join us, but no. Now, halflings are pretty easy to take. They're tier 1 provinces at least. But again, every so often, you will have an uprising that occurs. And I don't have any guards yet to throw onto the halflings to stop that from happening. And we could get a very strong halfling rebellion that consists of the Lord of the Ring. The Fellowship of the Ring. And so, I don't really want that to happen. If I wasn't aiming for halflings as allies, though, I would risk dropping a light infantry into a province. Also, we could take the halfling villages, and then if there's an uprising and it's a Fellowship of the Ring, then we could try to get them as allies, because we would gain that as a guard in that province if we complete the quest then. But seeing all of this, especially now that there's horses in the halfling village, I kind of really want the halflings as allies. There's too many halflings around for us not to try to grab them. Lizardmen, though, also have 2 provinces. They can make a great ally for us, too. Right, we're back home. Let's build that Crystal of Power. Lythe, you've gained a unit. I'm going to leave these 2 guys in the domain so that they heal. And we'll take back our wolf and our slinger just for a tiny bit. I don't know why I'm doing this, actually, because we shouldn't be attacked or anything of the sort. Repair our equipment. And that's it. The hero Lythe has reached a magic crystal through which astral energy streams out into this world. According to the ancient law of Eador, mortal heroes can receive special quests here. Choose a quest of low difficulty. Yes! A dull voice is heard from somewhere deep inside the crystal. New quest. Eliminate creatures. Brigands. 9 of them. Return after the quest is fulfilled. Alright, I'll be back soon. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. I guess we can keep that level 1 guy here and have him heal up all the way. And we will instead fight the brigands in this province. For our buildings, our choice now is to... Do we take the... I think we can take the library and grab some tier 0 spells. Or we can grab the show booth in preparation to grab the gaming house and then the inn, I think that's what it is, in order to build pubs everywhere. Since we're leaving, though, for combat, why don't we build the library? They're all somewhat useful, but to be quite fair, fatigue is, I think for a scout, probably the most useful one. Magic Spark could be useful for doing a tiny bit of damage to an enemy at range that's magical in nature, but if they're left with just a tiny bit of hit points left, we can still shoot them to death. I don't think we need a 3rd fatigue. We'll grab an inspiration in case someone gets really beat up in this fight. Actually, no, we'll grab a 3rd fatigue after all. We're taking out this next because, again, I want the income each turn, more than just the location battles here. Also, this is a brigand outlaw province, which could result in us being attacked by them. Oh, and who was it that mentioned it? I'll be reading the comments on the last video at the end of this one. Was it you, Vipera? Vipera? I think it was you, Vipera. Let me see if I can find it. Someone mentioned that the reduced plunder... Froscador. Thank you, Froscador. Froscador mentions that the reduced plunder from the treasury is due to events which transpire, like the brigands assaulting a province, or the gnolls attacking a province, for example. Thank you. I was really confused because I didn't understand that quite so well, because it says reducing cost of plundering, and the only thing I could think of is when we plunder a province, which I don't do with my good aligned Astro Masters. I'm babbling a lot. Let's go ahead and head over here. Please don't be 6 of them. Hero Lythe has entered the province of Forest of Shadows. Suddenly your party's way is blocked by a gang of brigands operating in this area. 5 enemies. I think we can win. Let's fight. We have a range of 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to go here, and he's going to go there. I don't think we'll get a chance to shoot those first. My plan will be to try to run our wolf to the forest. We're probably going to lose the slinger. Wolf goes here and then enters the forest. I think it has forest knowledge. It does, so it gains a ton of range defense there. We spear and sling and shoot one of the brigands to death. And then we try to pick on these guys. If none of them move within range, though, and I don't think they will, I won't worry about them till another turn. We'll try to begin fatiguing these guys. I should have checked these guys first. So they don't have any significant upgrades on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. I'm still gonna do it. We'll move you here, Wolf. You're gonna take a hit. Okay, so let's try severely weakening. Nice! We're killing that brigand. We might be able to kill this guy. And our wolf, I'm going to move you here. We will kill your archer. Not bad. Victory. Didn't lose anybody. I might give the impression I know what I'm doing. +1 more command. Very useful, Life. And I like all the thief upgrades, but Pathfinding 2 gives us hill knowledge +1, which means him and his entire army can move on the hills without it costing any extra stamina, and it's just one movement. This is why I took Pathfinding originally. We'll grab another one. Stamina. Force March. So I've been converted into liking Force March, having used it on my other campaign quite a bit, and I no longer think it's as much of a trap as I used to. Ooh, +3 hit points and +2 range defense for you, little wolf. Let's give you hit points. We'll send you back here. And what is in this location? Wolves, gnolls, rebels. There'll be one. There might be a brigand there. More brigands in the thick. Ancient thicket. That's not a fairy tree. Okay. Well, I think we definitely have the brigands available for us to get the Halflings quest done. I saw 1 brigand's rebels. There's 2 brigands here. We just killed some brigands, so we will absolutely be able to complete this quest without too much trouble. At home, I'm going to work on our economy next. Let's build the show booth, which is nothing for our economy, but it does unlock the gaming house, which is an economy building. Alright, Life, let's repair your equipment. Look at your troops. The wolf's damaged. Damaged? The wolf is hurt. Let's go ahead and do this. We have a mercenary for sale. He's 44 gold a turn if I want to hire him. And how much are we making a turn? Nope, not enough. 20. Okay, so let's go ahead. Have another space for a unit. We should totally hire another unit. I would like, however, it to be maybe a cleric. Ah, you're getting halflings, Tim. You don't need clerics. Don't do that. Then it's going to be spearmen, a recruiting station, swordsmen, and I guess crossbowmen. While we're home, why don't then we build another... Oh, Tim, you wanted economy. Another, a magic school. And we'll make it Sphere of Winds because it's so useful. Haste, Headwind, Lightning. Just in case we end up fighting something where it doesn't have as much resistance, but good range defense. And Life, you will go and begin killing brigands after we hire another unit for you. The hero Lyth has approached a half-destroyed ancient tower. The inhabitants of the old citadel have noticed him and preparing for battle. 5 enemies. Brigand, Thief, and Renegade. We've just done this battle. This one might be a little more tricky because they're also going to have hills. But they also only have 1 archer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's within range, so we should kill him immediately. He's going to totally shoot our little slinger. I can't do anything about that unless I put the slinger down here. Actually, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. We can run him up this direction. You know, I don't mind if Lyth takes a hit, so we'll put him there too. Let's run you down here, level 0. Okay. How do I want to proceed? So I'd like to put the 0 down on the hill to give him some defense and block our slinger from being aced by this brigand. So we'll definitely do that. Oh, right! He can also attack! Right! So that's good, since they have significantly less counterattack. We might be able to kill the thief with 2 spears, despite his dodge. Okay, let's deal with this first. I was hoping for a little more damage than that, but it'll be acceptable. Oh. He now has 2 more ranged defense. We won't kill him unless it's my hero that shoots him. We'll do that then. And that will be good. Throw some spears there and there. We can hit this guy. We can shoot this guy. We can run up and stab him in the face. It's a pretty strong brigand. Must have been the level 5 guy. Good for him. 1 more hit point really mattered. Speaking of which, plus 1 hit point. I tend to like having at least 2 for all your defensive stats before I take more range attacks. So we'll grab a resistance. Hit point. Stamina. Hit point. A dispel scroll. Not much money. A tree bearing gold coins has grown in the province of Elder Hills overnight. Legend has it that this tree is sacred and is strictly forbidden to pick its fruit. Early on in the campaign, I usually pay to have it be guarded. I think 100 gold is asking for a whole lot from you early on as well to give you like what amounts to 1 to 5 income per turn. But I think we're at the point now where we have a better, I don't say a better chance, but we have a chance that the locals won't just run up and pluck the fruits from the tree, which is to say the money. So we'll say I forbid anyone to pick these coins. The fruits of the golden tree increase income from the province of Elder Hills by 4 gold per day. Excellent. Okay, Lyth, let's repair your equipment. We don't need the Dispel Scroll. You have some units that are also damaged, hurt. Why are you calling them damaged? They're hurt. Do I want to hire even more spearmen while these guys rest? Not really. Well, let's build the gaming house before I keep forgetting. Let's increase the amount of gold we're getting. And now we're up to 25. I'm going to hire 1 more spearman. do another brigand battle. So let's do this ancient ruins. And this will complete our brigand crystal quest. In which case we'll take money and hire a second hero. The hero Life has approached the deserted ruins of a city of the ancients. Often an ancient artifact or some treasures hidden by the current occupants of the ruins can be found in such places. Scouting has revealed that the ancient ruins are not as deserted as it may have appeared at first sight. Four enemies, brigand, thief, and renegade. Probably 2 brigands, 1 thief, and 1 renegade. We'll attack. That is exactly the case. We don't want you down here this time. We don't really want our wounded guy taking a hit either if we can help it. He'll have a range of 6 on that hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're outside of range, so we should be okay to do this. Darn it! Close. He'll be severely weakened. Well, that's not enough to kill him, unfortunately. Let's see if we can tempt him to shooting this guy. Right, we did not. Okay. All right. Well, let's begin with the killing. So we'll start by weakening this one. Can you kill him? You have to get lucky to get that kill. Well, it's over. This was fun. We can probably throw spears at that guy down there. Ah, the 2 spear guys are the 2 wounded ones, and they're too far away. We'll just hit the thief. Kill the archer. Get you 2 ready to intercept that thief. Oh god, 4 damage on that ranged attack. What the heck? His range defense was going to be too high for an arrow to kill him, so might as well lightning him. We won the battle. In the flash of bright light in front of him, the hero Light sees a magic crystal through which astral energy flows. From somewhere deep inside comes its dispassionate, dull voice. The quest is fulfilled. Choose your reward. We choose gold. The crystal flashes for an instant with an unbearably bright light and disappears. After the light goes out, a coffer filled with 468 gold stands in the crystal's place. I wonder where that came from. +1 command. Well done, Life. Let's give you marksmanship too. Oh, you leveled again. Well, then let's wrap up marksmanship and give you +1 more range. You, spearman, can get a stamina. You can get a hit point. $65. That was amazing. And we need 1 more brigand in order to complete the Halfling quest. We also get another point of command. This is ridiculous how much command we're getting. I love it. Let's take the wolf with us because these other units are wounded. And we'll head up here and do another brigand battle that we saw here. Actually, probably the rebels, because we might get lucky enough to have a brigand there. Oh, actually, the first... Oh, I don't want to be slowed down. It's 21 crystals to cast magic crystal, though. We will be slowed down. Let's stop in and get another quest from the crystal, because it's more brigands. We'll want Light to have that quest. And we can hire another hero. How much am I making each turn? 20. We're just about to get the Halflings to join us, though, and then our income problems will be fixed. So let's go ahead and take a commander. I think it was you, Lost Fremen, who wanted to see one of these. We have a demon in our army. Why do we have a demon in our army? What did you... Summoning power 4? Really? Gavion. A useful skill, I suppose, for the commander, but not probably so with a demon. because that's significantly impacting the unit's morale of everyone. So we're just going to get rid of that demon. Oh, by the way, what did you have as a skill? Range Tactics 1. That would be handy with the Halfling Slingers, too. These two guys are wounded. I don't really want to bring them. Why don't we... Some more crystals if you want to build a sanctuary. Don't do that yet. Build a granary to start. And we can just bring the two wounded spearmen with us. Barely making money, but we are making money. Actually, we're earning 12 crystals a turn. 6, 7, 8. Plus your 3 extra, Tim. You probably could afford this. Well, I'm going for the index for more economy. Alright, Lythe is going into the crystal. Gavion, we'll have you just explore. Oh, actually, the first thing we need to do is give you spells. Here we go, Gavion has returned from his trip. Or Gavion? Gavion. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 3% of the land in the province of Ritual. The hero Lythe has reached a magic crystal through which astral energy streams out into this world. According to the ancient law of Eador, mortal heroes can receive special quests here. Choose a quest of low difficulty. Brigands! Alright! A dull voice is heard from somewhere deep inside the crystal. New quest. Eliminate 10 brigands. Return after the quest is fulfilled. Alright, I'll be back soon. The governor of the province of Forest of Shadows reports that a certain ratman who calls himself a plague master asked for permission to perform some magical experiments. He's willing to pay you 90 gems for your permission, so, to my knowledge, the way this quest plays out is that you can say, let him experiment, in which case you get all 90 gems, and there is a chance that the experiment goes well, in which case the income from the province goes up permanently, as like a bunch of bugs or pests are permanently killed. But it could go bad, and if it goes bad, you still get the 90 gems, but an epidemic breaks out here, and many people die, and the province is angry at you because they know you let him do it. You can say let him spirit, but no one knows about it, in which case you get maybe half the gems. And from what I can tell, it heavily favors a successful outcome from this that favors you. You could also say no experiments, in which case the Ratman leaves, but it sounds like he might do an experiment later anyway, even without your permission. So I usually choose let him experiment, but no one knows about it. So let's choose this. After receiving your permission, the Plague Master departs, and returns after a while to pay the agreed fee, minus the cost for the disguise, 54 gems, then leaves. After a while, it is reported to you that the result of the experiments, magic crystals have begun to grow in the local lake, which has increased your gem income for the province by 2. Oh, that's great! Wow, we have 100 gems already. Huh, here I was worried about not having enough gems on this shard. Alright, Lythe. So we're going to send you out there. And actually what we also can do is build a sanctuary now. Yes, I know about the inn, but I really want a sanctuary so I can cast some healing spells. Who should get them? It probably should be Lythe. We'll cast... Actually, yeah, we'll cast Shadows of Life on him. While exploring the province of Ritual, the hero Gavion found an ancient crypt. Examine it. The hero Gavion approaches an ancient crypt. It looks like a burial vault of some ancient ruler or great warrior, and one is sure to find something valuable among the belongings of the deceased, and to encounter those guarding the peace of the dead as well. 5 enemies, skeleton, bone spearman, and a zombie. We need to retreat with you, Gavion, but you can probably take that out if your units were completely healed. And especially if we give you shocks. Two skeletons, 1 bone spearman, and 2 zombies is my guesses for what's in there. Oh, and you have no armor or weapons, Gavion. I just realized that. So why don't we at least give you a short spear? We'll outfit you with some I mean, it's garbage equipment, but it's all we got access to at this moment. We'll build the inn. But we don't have enough money to build a pub. Lythe. Let's fight the rebels. Oh. Rebels will be really easy. That should probably go to Gavion. Let's fight the brigands instead. Gavion, you can come over here and fight those guys. But if I'm going to do that, then it's not shocks we want. It's like a cure wounds, a bless, and a headwind. We can't afford to build anything, game. We have $11. It's not enough for anything. The hero Lythe has headed to the wildest parts of the local forest. The inhabitants of the thicket have noticed him and preparing to attack 4 enemies. Brigand, Thief, and Renegade. Let's attack. We've done this battle before. We have a nice hill. I'm tempted to leave my slinger up there. No, we'll do this. Alright, let's put you here. Oh, we have 2 hills. I didn't see this one down here. Let's do that. And let's start. It'll take 2 rounds to kill him, but it's worth doing. Okay, our hero is at risk of being attacked. Let's move you down. I would like to kill this guy so we're not plinked, but it is just being plinked, so I don't mind that too much. You do 6 damage. You have 15 hit points. I think you'll live. You have necrophage. Oh my god! Necrophage 10. Holy crap, that's amazing. That heals a lot of hit points. Holy my goodness. Well done, guys. I didn't realize they had Necrophage 10. Or at least, well, that was what our level 3 wolf started with. That's great. Hero Lythe has killed enough brigands that the rest of them are too scared to attack traitors anytime soon. You can return to the Halflings to form an alliance. Excellent. Stamina. Forced March. Stamina. Counterattack. $67. I think this is enough to start building pubs, so let's begin doing that. Life. Let's head back and begin getting Halflings as allies. And then over here... I can't build the pottery yet. Okay. Gavion. I'm going to keep saying his name incorrectly as much as I can. Let's go ahead and fight some rebels. How's your army doing? A little wounded, but you'll be okay. I want to hold on to our cash. Hero Life has entered the province of Noose Gulch. Well-groomed fields and tidy vegetable gardens indicate that Halflings live here. Soon a group of militant locals block your party's path. 5 enemies. Lythe is saying we can annihilate them, but we're here to talk. Lythe, not kill them. The leader of the Halfling warrior speaks. Well, hello, hero. You cope with them brigands real good. So here's our respect and honor. We're gonna have a feast to celebrate this. So don't you turn us down and sit at our table. I seem to remember us negotiating an alliance. Oh, yeah, alliance. So that's one more feast to make. We hardly got enough ale for this one. What shall we do then? Well, that's your problem. So long, ally. +1 magic life has leveled. And I'm going to grab a point in looting. Hero Gavion approaches the deserted ruins of a city of the ancients. Often an ancient artifact or some treasures hidden by the current occupants of the ruins can be found in such places. Scouting has revealed that the ancient ruins are not as deserted as they may have appeared at first sight. 4 enemies, militiamen, slinger, and brigands. 2 militiamen, 1 slinger, 1 brigand is my guess. Let's attack. Remember that Gavion should not be on the front lines yet. Should have taken a lightning bolt. I don't know why I didn't do that. Let's give you a heal. And we'll just wait. We'll headwind and draining his stamina. We're not going to move anyone up because I don't want to be in range of the slinger. Begin pummeling that poor militiaman. You know something I just realized about this game? I mean, I've always realized it, but it's something I haven't appreciated till right now. I don't think your units ever miss. They always hit, right? You might do no damage, but your units will at least be able to hit the creature, the target. I think I really like that. That's really nice that I don't have to worry about missing screwing me over all the time. We should weaken their slinger, so he's not a concern any longer. That will be good. Really? That's interesting. The AI moved them into the forest rather than have them hang out in the swamp. I like that it did that. But it still died. You're going down, militiaman. Sorry, rebels. I'm sure you were rebelling for a good cause. And that cause was to give us experience points. Thank you for hanging out here. We've leveled Gavion. +1 command, and what do we give him? +5 experience. Attack, counter attack. Let's give him leadership 1. So his units gain a little more experience, but they also gain +2 morale. We will give you a resistance. $72 and 5 gems is nice. Well done, sir. Let's pull you back to pick up another slot. I feel it's really important for a commander to always fill that slot with him, since his strength comes from his army. It'd be like finding a better weapon and then you don't equip it on your warrior. So we will always be doubling back whenever he gains another point of command. And life, now that you've got the halflings. Holy crap, look at all the flippin' halflings! Let's go ahead and get more halflings. We'll get the one with the iron next. You don't even have any hostile enemies around you, halfling village, so we don't need to upgrade you at all. Like, I provide you with a better guard, that is. Let's begin making more pubs. We're saving for later. Uh-oh. Why are you taking so long? What's happening? Why? Okay. Leader of the Halfling Warrior speaks. Welcome, dear guests. Now, I'll see to the tables are set, and we're going to celebrate your join to our country. Alright, I'll go have fun at the feast. Knolls. Holy Lands, Barbarian Tribe. So you do need a decent guard here. We have Astral Spy? We do. What's here currently? Not the strongest guard. I don't know if this will win against the battles against the enemies, but it might be able to. So I'm not going to replace it. And now we head up here. And now that we have iron, we could build a forge. I always, I've never checked. We get $18 right now. So if I build the forge, Oh, this is a forge, not the foundry, Tim. So you will build the forge. Now, since you're back here, sir, we can buy you some better gear. I don't really want... Generally, I'm not a fan of the wooden shield, but you're never going to see melee combat, Gavian, so I'll keep you with the ranged shield. As for your unit, I guess we'll give you another spearman at this point. And I think you can now fight those undead you saw before, and we just have to swap out these 4 shocks. Life runs around and gets the Halflings as allies for at least this location. Or, well, does he have to do that? Maybe he doesn't. Dark Druid's at an idol. I haven't spent much time since I started playing this again talking about the importance of looking at the locations that are in your provinces. Idols lower the growth rate of a province, so you'll want to clear them out in order to have this place grow as fast as all the others, for example. I don't know if this is a tier 2 province. These would be stronger guards. I don't know if we can handle dark druids. That'll be shamans and sorcerers, I think, if I recall correctly. No, I forgot to pick up a spell when I was back at my... That's stupid, Tim. It's too late. Let's have him go over here and grab that halfling village. And I didn't build anything, so we should build something in our province. Let's build another pub. And now we're up to 41 gold per turn, so our gold income problem is now solved. The leader of the Halfling Warrior speaks. Welcome, dear guest. Now, seats at the table is set. We're going to celebrate our joy to your country. All right, I'll go have fun at the feast. Gavian approaches an ancient crypt. It looks like a burial vault of some ancient ruler or great warrior. One is sure to find something valuable among the belongings of the deceased, and to encounter those guarding the peace of the dead as well. 5 enemies. I'm suspecting 2 skeletons, 2 zombies, and 1 bone spearman. We have hills on our side to help us. That will be very handy. Let's do something like this to start. Not going to kill it in 1 hit, I think. Oh, we are going to kill it in 1 hit. Great! Perfect! And that's all we do with you guys. And we're just going to keep shocking the skeletons. With the possible exception of this one. Let's see. Can we do significant damage to this zombie? Will die on the counterattack. Okay, sir, you fall back. Thank you for your contribution. And now we have to pummel this with our slingers. That was dumb. Should have thrown a spear. Now we have to take a counterattack. Oh, good. Okay, we don't. Whew. That was a misplay, though. Could have taken more damage on another unit. Well done, guys. Hit point. Counter attack. Hit point. A long spear. Better than what he's currently wielding. 114 bucks and 6 gems. All right, Gavian. His name I'm going to get wrong every time. I'm going to pronounce his name differently every time I say it. All right, so now what are we doing with you? You didn't gain a level. You've got a wounded unit, level 4. We'll put him in here. And actually, now it's time to start naming people. Welcome, Adorkable. We'll leave you in here for a little bit until you get healed. And I guess I'll hire another spearman at this moment. Gavian can search. Life. Let's name one of these spearmen after Lost Fremen. I can't quite fill in Lost Fremen, so we'll just name Lost Frem Freem, lost Freem. Sparky the Wolf. And I guess that'll do right now. If you guys have other names, by the way, you feel like other people should be, well, I can't have a giant list. That's going to be difficult for me to remember. If you do want yourself in here, just once again, let me know what you would like to be, and we'll go ahead and add you to the list. And I will do this on every single shard from now on for you as well. Let's build the Halfling Quarter. And Gavian, I think we keep your current units at this moment, but when you get another unit, we will replace one of yours with, we will give you a healer. And we'll swap into Dorkable. Your Gavian has returned from his trip. He did not find anything unusual, but he managed to explore 2% of the land in the province of Ritual. Continue exploring. +1 health. Let's give you more leadership. Might repair your bow. We want to hire troops. Actually, you know what we can do? We can take a Dorkable with life. And I feel like we really should take our herbalist with us. So we'll do this. And now you get more halflings. Gavian continues to explore. Actually, is there anything Gavian can kill? Probably can kill the demons. If there's 5 of them, I think you can win. Though it will be a tricky battle. Who has lost... Oh, you have lost Fremen. Dorkable, lost Freem. Oh, spells. Tim, you almost forgot spells for life. Okay. So, I'm not going to take lightning now. We'll instead take a shock. And we'll grab a heal. Okay, and that should be good. Actually, we're forgetting to build something, apparently. Oh, right. So let's start by building a pub. And now this is earning 18 gold per turn. So if I build a foundry... It's still 18 gold per turn. Okay, so we need a mine there, I suspect, in order to benefit from the increased gold. Okay, now I know. I was never sure, actually, how that worked. I thought it was just you get 5 extra gold for having iron, but no, you need to mine it first. So we'll need a digging guild next so we can build mines. Leader the Halfling Warrior speaks. Welcome, dear guest. Now see to the table is set, and we're joining you to celebrate the pride of the country. Have fun. I'll mess up another sentence later. Oh, while searching for treasures, the hero Gavian has approached an ancient temple. This old shrine only seemed abandoned from afar. Its guards have noticed uninvited guests and are preparing for battle. 6 enemies. I don't know if we can kill 6 of them without taking losses. We might be able to do so, though, but it would be really tough. I agree with Gavian's assessment. We will retreat. Is there anything else he can probably kill? He might be able to kill the gnolls if there's just 2 of them. Can probably kill the orcs and the dark elves. So we'll send you over there. I'm going to swap out one of your shocks for a heal. Build another pub. Drow. Ratmen. Nomads. Let's get this province to join us. Actually, we can have Gavian go there and pick them up. Can we kill these demons? I don't think we can. Let's bring you back now, Lyth, and you'll fight those demons that are 6 in number there. Unless there's something else we can kill with you. Orcs you can kill orcs. You probably can kill the swamp creatures. We'll go there, actually, and fight a few battles there. Actually, we're almost out of time. We're playing for over an hour, so we got another 10 minutes. We'll do one more turn, and then we'll do a quick summary of how well I think we've done, which I think we've done rather well so far on this shard. Actually, I guess we'll do 2 more turns, because this turn's we're not doing any battles. Alright, so Lythe, you can kill some orcs. Gavion, you can kill some gnolls. We can build another pub. We still need to destroy the lizard man here, so we'll be conquering them next episode. But let's go ahead and look at our town. Oh, we haven't even built a pottery. Let's build a pottery as well. +4 income allows building a granary. We finished with all... No, we haven't finished all the pubs. You still need a pub there. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up this turn, Tim. I should be having water. Oh, there's 3 of them. The hero Gavion has approached the deserted ruins of a city of the ancients. Often the ancient artifacts or some treasures hidden by the current occupants of the ruins can be found in such places. Scouting has revealed that the ancient ruins are not as deserted as they may have appeared at first sight. 3. I think Gavion can win. Because we have... No, we're all in forests. I still think we can win. But this will be aggravating. Let's do something like this. Gavion, you might have to fight here a little bit, too. Okay. Interesting location they set up in. Generally, when it comes to gnolls, the way I tend to do these battles is I save shocks to kill with demons. These guys have not a lot of defense, so I can usually kill one if I focus on one of them with everything. That's gonna be annoying. 1, 2. Oh, I don't like it. I'm really out of position. Incredibly out of position. Okay, can we kill this one with all of my ranged attacks? And I think the answer to that is yes, we can. Good. That's the way it should be done. Now, you're dead if I keep you there. So I'm going to have to do some fancy maneuvering. He's going to move probably 1, 2. He might move 1, 2 to be out of range of this spearman. And he's probably going to move 1 to the woods. Okay. So we can probably kill this one with range attacks, but we might not be able to. We do 6 damage here. 6 damage. Then another 10 for 16. Assuming we all do average or normal damage, we will kill him. We have to. Uh-oh. Good. Do I hit him? I think the answer is yes. We have to hit him now. He will one-hit... He won't be able to one-hit kill this spearman, but he'll be very close to doing so. But I need that damage on him. Oh, actually, he will kill him. I forgot. Tim. Your spearman's weakened after that. Good. I wanted you there so we could arguably kill you. Alright. This play lost a spearman. It's okay, though. It wasn't lost Freem or Adorkable, so everything's okay. 19 gold. 3 gems. Experience gained in combat allows you to get... Oh, why am I reading that? I guess we'll take an ammo. Not for a slinger. We don't need defensive upgrade for a slinger. Not melee defense. We'll give you a resistance. Hit point. Stamina. Stamina. Leather overshoes and enchanted fang. The hero of life has approached and deserted ruins of a city of the ancients. Often the ancient artifact or some treasures hidden by the current occupants of the ruins can be found in such places. Scouting has revealed that the ancient ruins are not as deserted as they may have appeared at first sight. 3 enemies. Let's attack. I would love to kill this guy first, but that's not going to happen. So, 3 range defense on her, too. I think we will try to weaken her to start. Move up slowly. They're distracted by the wolf. That works for me. Wow! I always forget that he will totally charge someone if they're within range for him to do so. He took a ton of damage on everyone. Holy crap, that was a powerful spell. I hate these stupid archers. What are you doing about this orc, Tim? Throw some spears at it. Good God, this was a tough... This battle was a lot tougher than it needed to be. There's no corpse for you to eat. That's right, there's a corpse for you to eat, but we can't afford to wait a turn. Alright, we won. That was sloppy. 19 bucks and 2 gems. I'll give you a range attack now. Common arrows, raised skeleton, and some decent amount of cash. And that will do for us, everyone. Not bad so far, I think. So before we call it quits, let's go ahead and build a pub. And then life. You're probably going to get the healing. Let's actually do that if I can. So we can keep you in the field a little longer, and you will do another battle against orcs. Another battle against orcs. All right. So let's take a look and see what we've done so far in this episode. So first off, it is turn 19. It's turn 19. Not bad for turn 19. We've conquered almost all the Tier 1 provinces, with the exception of this Lizardman lands. We've gained 2 Tier 2 provinces. Is that right? Yep, Tier 2 provinces. This one halfling... Oh, you know what? You should go there. We've gained iron and horses early on as well. Those will be really handy, especially on turn 19, because that makes everything significantly cheaper for us, and especially for the farmers markets. That's mills, which will go here and here. We definitely want to mine so we can gain more income from our hills provinces, but our economy is also looking pretty good at 89 gold per turn and 16 gems per turn. Did we have this good of income even on our own shard to start? I don't think we did. But things are looking good. I think things are looking very good. Lyth was super lucky with his early upgrades on Commander, earning 3 points on them. Super useful to have a stronger army. and things are looking good for Gavian, who is almost level 3 already, despite having just gotten him a few turns ago. We have the Halflings already as allies, and we can already hire their slingers and their herbalists, which will keep our army healed. So I think these are going well so far. Yeah, going very well so far. And I'll stop here, but I'll be back to read all your comments on the last video. I just need to get dinner first, so give me a few seconds. Hey guys, alright, let's go ahead and pound through these comments. So we'll start with Bruno, who says, I'd say either Beliar or Verdal. Beliar's the one we're currently on, and Verdal, I think, was the one with the castle on it, the big shard, if I recall correctly. Mainly because I think the buildings they unlock suits your style, but in the end, I'd say the decision boils down to what you are prioritizing. Oh, okay, sure. Although, it's kind of funny, Bruno. What I was prioritizing would be what you guys voted for in this episode, because I didn't really have any good feeling for any particular shard. They all were equally as attractive to me. If we came to Beliar, we would finally finish up with the final tier 2 units. Getting the Pegasus, which probably would help if we find it, we might build it here because we have access to horses so early. But like Verdal would have been one that has, I think Verdal was the one with the castle, right? And so that we need a castle eventually. So if we don't get it from Verdal, if that shard fades into the Astral at some point, then we'll have to get it from a different shard going forward, because that unlocks tier 4 units, and we will eventually want them. By the way, I've never ever unlocked a tier 4 unit in the game, so I've got no clue what's waiting for us after we get the castle. Oh, but anyway, also, Bruno, you didn't really vote for one. You didn't vote for one either, so I couldn't count either of your options because I can't count 2 shards as a potential vote. It had to be one of them, so I didn't count either of your options as a vote. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but if you did want me to go for one of them, I was expecting like a go for Beliar type of answer. I think at least one other person also did a Tim, whatever you want. And like, oh well, darn it, that's I'm only going for what the viewers vote for in this one. Again, and it's because I don't really care which one I go for. They all suit my playstyle. I'm a completionist as well, so I like finishing up all the tier 2 units. I wouldn't mind having the tier 2 jewelry store unlocked. I tend to always build the jewelry store as well. So for an example, that's a valid decision for me. Going after one because like we need the castle, we need tier 3 spells. There's more useful units here. Everything was in play. The rewards were in play. Astral energy income matters to me too. So I couldn't make up my mind. I figured I'd let you guys decide for me. All right, hold on. Let's see if I can do this without that screen moving around. This is so difficult because I need to scroll. Okay, well, I guess I don't have to. Sorry. The problems with reading comments on my YouTube video as I'm playing the game is that the moment I take my mouse off screen to scroll down on the tab, the game remembers where my cursor was, and it proceeds to move all the way out there, but I need it over here. That's why, by the way, you see when I'm reading comments, why you see the screen scrolling down, because I'm actually not on the game. I'm over there on my browser window. Dennis Mayak says, yes, you're moving up with each shard. Background right now is already different when you just started. Chaos Flames were taking most of the screen. Yeah, that's how I remember it, but I couldn't recall exactly if that was the case. And I could swear that on Trimus's campaign, he's just unlocked Dogor, that it looks a little different to me there. And so yeah, I was getting the impression we're moving up away from Chaos, which strikes me more as being like hell, since there's flames from below, as it were. But that just may be the way that I'm perceiving it. Probably that's a way that the Astral is presenting itself to me, the player, because that would be how I interpret it. And I guess that wouldn't be such a far-off interpretation, because that's the way I view it. A lot of formerly mortal masters were high mages in large multi-shard empires. It is mentioned in the game that mortals are also capable of connecting shards. Really? Even though they don't live on the astral plane, or maybe at least able to travel between shards good enough to make empires. You can find mentions of mortal emperors like Daokon and Aragod in unit and item descriptions. Such empires allowed spreading knowledge between shards, so Oinor could get book written by Stinria's organization on other shards centuries after. Interesting. So it doesn't all... So everything didn't take place all at once on a massive planet that then got detonated. Things have been occurring on these shards in between times. And this might explain why we see certain masters later in the campaign, because time's elapsing and then a new master shows up. But because of how the time advances, everything just... How do I describe it? We would know all the information about what happened in the shards at the time when new things occur, as if they happened in the past. Maybe? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense what I'm saying, and I'm not going to be able to describe it very well, so I think I'll just move on. That's interesting, though, Dennis. Thank you for that. I haven't read a unit description in a long time. I think we read about the vampire recently. But other than that, I was reading them early on, but I haven't read them in a long time now, and I don't remember anything that I have read prior. I'm probably not going to be reading the descriptions of the units very often any longer. Maybe when we unlock the tier 3 units, like we actually purchase one for the first time, then we'll read about them. And I guess we will read anything that I recognize I have never seen before, like the Illithid, for example. But otherwise, I'm probably going to skip them. That's my way of saying that if there is such information, and I've already read it, I know I don't remember it, and I'm not going to read descriptions of creatures I've already seen before. Just because that will slow down the Let's Play. So, and again, on that note, thank you for pointing it out to me, Dennis. Unfortunately, I think it's never mentioned what someone would see when they come to the edge of a shard. I think I read somewhere in-game that most local lords and population think that their shard is the whole world, and are not aware of other shards. That is why at the end of the shard, your score represented in the years of people remembering you, since most people have no idea about global picture, and their only source of information about you were some sort of magic crystal in your domain used to govern the shards, and your heroes who heard you directly. Only high mages generally know about the astral plane, masters, and other shards. Interesting. So, you know, and we don't actually see the astral, so you guys probably can't see it, but I can see the outline of the shard here. And on the outside, there's nothing. There's none of that astral nebula that we see. It's just completely black. I couldn't tell if you actually were to look over it at the edge of the shard if you'd see something, or maybe there's some like powerful magical force that just keeps people from wanting to look over the edge of the shard to see that there's nothing there. Maybe that like it's some sort of strong feeling of apathy. No one ever thinks about it. And I suppose since these aren't actually like spheres like Earth, that it's fine that this is a flat world with an edge. Also, if it came right down to it, there's nothing there. You can't go there because that's the way this universe works. It doesn't wrap around like the planets we have here. For some reason, I thought it would just be so weird to look out over the astral and not even consider what it consists of, but they don't. They don't look over it, or there's no desire to look over it, or they can't look over it. Instead, the world just ends there. It's so weird to think of it that way. I can't imagine that given how Earth works, but there you have it. I vote for Marken. I think that's the best option right now with big energy income and buildings that could be useful on next shard. Marken was the one with the light, tier 3 light, tier 3 nature, I think, and the guard's halberd. Yeah, that was a good shard too. I mean, I liked all of them. I liked every shard that was there for some reasons, and I disliked every shard for some reason. But yeah, Marken was another good choice. They were all good choices. There was no wrong vote in this episode. I was going to go for whatever one won. I couldn't decide, and that's why, again, I wanted you guys to choose for me. I consider shops on Gorteridge a low priority. Belire is good, but unless you want to try playing with Pegasi, there's not much useful buildings. Verdal is second best, unlocks Knights and Castle, and strategically even better than Marken, if only it had more energy income. Yeah, 15 energy income for a big shard. Ooh, that's, Well, I mean, in the end, one astral turn advances no matter what. Like, here we are on Belire. We're fighting for 15 astral energy. We would have gotten the same for Verdal, assuming that we had won. But I would have preferred more astral energy for a big shard, especially because we're going to bring quite a few gifts with us when we attack that shard. We're going to want to win that because we need that castle. Ire is meh. Docent has no immediate useful stuff. I consider shops... Oh, I read that. Sorry. Let's see. And then you mentioned that you would like a Scholar Mage or a similar magic unit. Yep, I will absolutely do that for you, Dennis, the moment I get one of those units unlocked. Or rather, unlocked. Once one of them is added to my army. We always have the option, I think, of the Archmage, which is a tier 3 unit, which I believe we do have access to at this point. I can't see it here, though, at the moment. I do. Okay, yep, so if nothing else, we could always make you a mage, if it comes right down to it and we don't find anything earlier on. But I tend not to get far enough into the shards to make tier 3 units. I have, I think, once or twice, though. But hopefully on this average shard, we won't have to take that long to find and defeat the 2 masters on this shard. V2 Heiskanen, there we go, says, I vote Markin. Since you seem to favor high amounts of ranged units in your armies, those catapults will be a nice upgrade. Plus 38 energy and tier 3 holy spells are pretty nice too. Yep, they're pretty nice. I like ranged units more than melee for, depending upon the army composition. There's only, like, when we're fighting 1 or 2 strong units, there's only or like an enemy army, it's difficult for me to get my entire melee army doing what I want to do all at the same time. They tend to stumble over each other, trying to get to the enemy at certain positions, or I have to dance units around a bit more, whereas ranged units or support units can assist the units in the front line at all times during the combat, or most of the time. And that's why you see me taking many range and support units in my armies. I do try to have a decent front line, though, to keep my support and ranged alive, so they can do the damage or help that they need. I guess what I'm trying to say there is, I didn't realize how many ranged units I like bringing with my armies or the past several episodes, but I do like them. And the Siege Workshop is absolutely one I would build. I love to have catapults. That extra siege would make taking out or sieging enemy fortifications a lot faster, too. Alexander. Hey, Alexander. Says, hey, Tim. Your shards are so diverse in terms of rewards, I don't know what to pick. I choose Beliar to finish off tier 2 units and get the final crystal upgrade. Fairy and Jacket are also nice, but the Jacket will probably cost you an arm and a leg. If starting layout allows, go for Druid as your main hero. It's so fun to see Cyclops run away from a couple of wolves. We could have done it, actually, especially once I take the Lizardman lands. We will probably make our commander a priest to take advantage of the fact that he has the summoner skill. So he won't be as powerful as a druid, but he will be a little more powerful than any of the other type of mage combo classes, because he's starting with summoner as his passive skill. So we'll probably build the nature school for him, and maybe demology. No, we shouldn't build demology because we're gonna have good units in his army. So nature school for him. For the dwarf named after me, I'm fine with any type of dwarf as long as they have a long beard. All right, no problem. I can't remember if the basic dwarves have long beards. The ones with the shield and axe. I think they have medium beards? Is there a medium beard? I don't think they're as short as the Pavasir, so I guess we can make you a normal dwarf or a runed master. I know both of them. Oh, I think the longest beard dwarves are the I saw I was Runesmith is what I was thinking of, but they're the Runecasters, the tier 3 unit from them. Have a really epic beard, but you might never show up in my campaign if I wait that long to get them, because we need an alliance with them first off for that. So we'll probably go with normal dwarves for you, Alexander. Not so long ago, I received a ticket to Chaos from Stenria with a Dogor name written on it. I gathered enough courage and astral energy to deliver the ticket to him, and by turn 60, I reached his castle, only to find out it was guarded by ancient guardians. Game really doesn't like me finishing shards fast. Man, Ancient Guardians are the catapult group, right? There's one powerful catapult, like 3 powerful ballista, and 2 or 3 powerful golems in that army. That's a tough one to chew through. Maybe not so bad for wizards, but our warrior Daros couldn't do it on the second to last shard we just did. I'm fine with it though. Finally found out what it is like to pillage dwarven fortresses and not Skaven undercities. Right. That's what it feels like, doesn't it? Because you're getting a bunch of siege thrown your way. Turns out it rains large balls, metal balls in your dwarven fortresses and poison into other cities. Good luck. Thank you, Alexander. Frosgador says, at 4033, it's the amount of gold you lose to plunder like events, such as brigands, raiding a province, or orcs, etc. Thank you, Frosgazor. Yep. So this is in regards to the treasury building, which reduces the amount of plunder that, the amount of gold you lose while under plunder by like 30%. And I couldn't understand what that means, because you have the option to plunder provinces. Now, I don't think I've ever done this. I know you get quite a bit of gold if you do it, and the population gets pissed off that you do it, because you're basically ransacking houses, taking crops and what have you from people who might otherwise need it. And it gives you more evil karma. And we're trying... Oh, I'm not playing evil Astral Master on this shard. But I thought it was related to that somehow, and I couldn't understand how that would work, because you don't actually lose any money, you just gain money when you're plundering. So that makes a lot more sense to me. Thank you. I was hoping that was what I actually did. Again, remember that Eador Genesis and Eador Genesis New Horizons, I suppose Eador Masters Broken World, were created by a Russian developer. And as such, English is, I don't believe, their first language. So I wouldn't expect them to get the wording quite right. And that's no problem. And I'm glad to have it explained to me. Lost Revan says, I vote for Balar, Tim. After that, maybe you can attack another Astromaster. Also, if the map you end up choosing allows it, can you play as a commander, even if he's not your first hero? Yep, so that's what we're doing here. We've got the income necessary to play a commander, so we are absolutely doing it, as you can see. And he'll be going the magic route again once he hits 10th level to take advantage of his passive. I can't see us... I really can't see us not doing that. Actually, we could take demons with him now that I think about it. Because if he's a priest, then he will be able to have any alignment for any creature with him, and it won't affect the alignment of any other creature in his army. Everything gets along. Frokazor then comes back to with another comment and says, I vote for Verdal. It says it has the castle. You would get access to any tier 4 unit you get from alliances instantly with that building, which is great. Except Halflings, since they only have tier 2 units at best. Yep, so that would unlock... I forget. I don't even remember what they're called now, so I'll spare it. But we would get powerful units with the allies immediately without having to acquire those buildings through attacking other various shards. We won't get any tier 4 unit buildings unlocked until we have the castle unlocked, to my knowledge. So we must eventually attack Verdal or get a shard like it that has the castle on it. I don't think the game ever spawns a secondary building as a reward when one already is present on a shard for you. Then I responded back to you, Frostgador, that I couldn't remember if the Halflings got a tier 3 unit. And you know what? We have Halflings now. I couldn't remember if they actually have any other buildings beyond what's available in tier 2. And Frostgador responds with, I know they only have tier 2 units, no tier 3. I don't remember if they have tier 3 buildings for economy. I'm playing evil my playthrough, and last time I played good was like 6 months ago. Anyway, castle is great if you ally with, like, dwarves. You can get Colossus. That sounds amazing. Ally with elves, you can get elven mistresses, and so on. Heartface. Nice. Let me take a quick peek. What do we get access to? The market, the halfling market. The fair, the halfling suburb. Halfling post. It looks like the halfling post is the last thing that they get access to. So it looks like they don't really have any tier... Unless the... I don't think that... This guy is a tier 3 unit. I think he's tier 2. Rank 2, yep. Yeah, so there's no... It looks like there's no tier 3 buildings for the Halflings. Interesting. I don't really feel like they need tier 3 units, in so much that their tier 2 units probably do everything I would want them to do. The Halflings are great support units, even though they don't have any high-level units in that regard. Their bards are amazing. I really like the bards for Halflings. And their herbalists can perform the job of the healers very well. Slightly better, well, they heal for less, they have less ammo, but they also have better defenses. And they can also cure some poisons off of you, which makes them really useful. Vipera Barris says, the completionist in me screams that you should go for Belair, but I generally would say that you can take whatever shard you want to go for. I took that Vipera as Belair, or Belair. I'm calling it Belair, it's probably Belair. It is Belair, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. The only thing I would ask is, can you take better crystal quests once you have the higher tier crystal? Yes, I will attempt to... Oh, so if that was a, can I do it, me, Tim, while playing the game? Yes, I will absolutely try to do so when we build a better crystal. If that's a, is that possible with the better crystal? Yes, that is how you get the average difficulty and the hard difficulty quests from the, when you see them available at your crystal. Like, when we show up, I'm really messing this up, I can't speak today very well, apparently, but when I show up to the crystal, I can only choose a quest of low difficulty. That's because we built the first crystal. If we build an upgraded version, we can take low or, I don't know what to call it, medium, that's what it is, medium difficulty quests. And at the highest tier, it's hard quests. I don't think I've ever done a medium or hard quest. I don't even know, I'm guessing it would have you do the same thing, like kill creatures, but it would be tougher creatures for you to kill. Maybe we should try to make that a priority here. If we can find and eliminate the Astral Master, this guy, whoever he is, we could leave the local lord alone. And then try farming for a bit and see what some of these quests are like. I thought I had 2 reversions for some reason. It's 2 quests completed, okay. Dennis responded back that, yep, you can absolutely, is that right? Oh, I'm sorry, Vipera, well, it doesn't matter what's happened. There was a little bit of conversation about, did I look at all the shards? Guess I did, and that's good. Adorkable says, I have no opinion on what shard to attack, but I do agree that the pack warriors are trash. I've used them before and cannot imagine a situation in which I would actually pay astral energy for them. They're expected to die early and often. Half their abilities literally center around them dying. Those as allies even give you a ritual spell that allows you to recruit pack warriors anywhere because you're going to have to replace them often. Go ahead, Nathan Porful after me. I don't care what or who because I doubt you'll be recruiting Dark Elf Priestesses anytime soon. Yeah, probably not anytime soon if we ever recruit them. I do want to recruit each race at least once in this playthrough. Like the Centaurs would have been a great choice on this shard, but the Halflings were so much better, given how many provinces we can just get for free on this shard. And there's the Drow. I like to get them too, but we would have to have leveled Leaf as an archer. Actually, I haven't made up my mind how I'm going to level him yet. We might go down the archer route if we can find a better bow and some decent arrows for him. But in any case, yes, you are probably very correct in that assumption, Adorkable. We're probably never going to have, or with quite some time until we have a Drow Priestess. If we see one show up for sale as a mercenary, maybe we can do it in this episode for Gavion. But we'll see. Go ahead. Oh, I've read that already. If only there was a unit that had damage bonus versus monsters. They could kill abnormalities here too. Yes, you could. That'd be fantastic. I don't think there is a unit that does that. But there is a thematic unit that does, the Witcher. I think they might show up as mercenaries occasionally if you build enough units. But I don't think you can get a Witcher school, to my knowledge, that let you produce them as tier 3 units. But that could be an option for you too, Adorkable. I then asked Adorkable, what happens to your gnolls if they die and spawn a demon afterwards? Do you keep the demon or does the gnoll come back eventually? And the answer is, you keep the baby demon. So, that's really rough. Man, I don't know. All those levels you put in the gnoll, like, probably most of them should be getting ready to make the demon better when it gets created, because it is more likely than not, I feel, that you will end up with a demonic army, rather than a gnoll one in the end. Probably can keep the tormentors alive, Or tyrants. Probably can keep the tyrants alive, the tier 3 units, when you eventually get them, because they're so strong. But, probably not the tier 1 and tier 2 units probably die very quickly, too. And the last comment I got at this moment is from Frosgador. I hereby request that you name a swordsman after me, and that you sacrifice me to kill a Cyclops if you have to go through that round again. And how much did that poor halfling that died early in this Let's Play as a sacrifice? I laughed so hard at that. Man, I feel so bad whenever I do that. So, it's funny, because I played the Tyranids in the past, and I didn't care how many Tyranids died. I could lose the whole army. I wouldn't care, because I was having fun just watching everyone just have fun blowing up all my dinosaur lizard bugs. Whatever the heck Tyranids supposed to be. The aliens. I loved it. It was great. And I viewed them as expendable. When I was really trying to win, I would have tar pits of units. I would just throw units at the enemy. I wouldn't care how many of them they killed. I was tying down the Terminators. They could kill 10 a round. I don't care. I've got another 50 in that combat. I don't care how many of them die. Those Terminator squad, they're not going anywhere. And look, I just accidentally killed 2 of them because I got 5 hits and you rolled 2 ones. Like, that's what they were for. They were just tar pits. I didn't care. I just threw them away. But the moment it's not a Tyranid, I don't want it to die. I feel really bad whenever I choose someone to be a sacrifice in these games. It doesn't matter. Like, it's just a video game. No one cares. And in a miniature game as well, one that would be based on like objectives, I would do the same thing. Like, you have to do that if you want to win, and that's what games are all about. Well, that's the objective of the game, is to win. The purpose of the game is to have fun. But in any case, I can't help but feel really bad, especially for like a unit that I've had for a long time, if I'm like, I have to kill this to win this fight. And that's always rough. I feel so guilty when I do that, because I feel like these units, they really have done their best for me, and then I just sacrifice them so I can get some gold gems and a tier 2 scrolls of Chaos Surge. Some sort of spell I'll never use from defeating a Cyclops or ogres or what have you. Alright, and that does it for the comments on that video. Thank you again, everyone, for voting, those of you who did, and for those of you who did not, thank you for stopping by anyway. And I hope this was fun to watch. I have a really good feeling about the shard so far. We're doing, again, I think, extraordinarily well. Turn 19, 2 heroes. One's almost level 6, one is almost level 3. And we have several tier 2 provinces already, and we have 2 resources, iron and horses as well. That's going to make further development much faster for us. Now I just really need to find forest so we can get some redwood somewhere, but there's no forest on the horizon anywhere from what I can see. Mountains down here, but no forests. More hills down here, but nothing else. Alright, well, I'm babbling. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one, which I'm going to record right now. So, take care, everyone.